AmplifiedChat.com. Experience the alchemy difference.
Sorry, Bridget. Right now, your current Simply Bank temperature standing at 84 degrees as we welcome you in also on MixTV.tv with a Tuesday afternoon in-studio interview. We're so glad to have our friends here from Mount Olive Ministries. Pastor James Sears is here, and also Pastor Tucker Sears is going to join us. They've got their big back-to-school bash tomorrow for middle school and high school. And to tell us all the details, we're going to welcome them in. Good afternoon to both of you. Pastor Sears.
Hey, good afternoon.
Senior, we'll start with you first.
Yeah.
of this group anyway,
yeah,
right?
Of this group anyways, right. Good response.
Yeah, good response. Well, Pastor, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How about you, Dwayne?
Man, I'm doing great. Anytime we're in the presence of you guys, we're going to be all right.
Well, see, I think likewise whenever Steve's not here, so that fits perfectly.
Well, Tucker, how are you doing, Pastor?
Doing good, doing good. Glad to be here, glad to be a part.
Yeah, we're glad to have you in the studio. Is this your first time on the radio and on MixTV.tv?
I got my first opportunity during the 4th of July special. They caught me trying to shoot the fireworks, and they're like, hey, let's get you on the radio. So let's get you away from the explosives. So.
We feel a whole lot more safe if you're not dealing with explosives.
Yeah,
I understand.
Absolutely.
Well, first of all, let's just kind of get caught up here. Tell us a little bit about Tucker, and I know that he's family.
Yeah, so
your son, right?
Yeah, so probably, I guess, back in the spring of this year, we started looking at making a transition in our student ministries, and the former student pastor still with us. He just made a transition in his position and role at the church. And when the church started looking for someone to step in, Tucker was already serving as middle school pastor. He's been in that position for about 3 years, I guess. And the finance team said, hey, what about your son stepping into that ministry? And so we did a lot of prayer, a lot of consideration, and it was just a natural fit. He just has a heart for young adults, and great, probably a better speaker than I am, but he's done a great job with our student ministries. And so we're excited that he's in that role and in that position, and excited about what he's got planned for tomorrow night. It's going to be a great night for our middle school and high school students.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that coming up here in just a second, back to school bash. Pastor Tucker, so tell me a little bit about what gets you excited. You know, your dad just mentioned there about the youth. What fires you up when you get there and then all these young people are there and you're telling them about the Lord? What gets you motivated?
Well, right now I feel the pressure because he just said that I'm a better speaker than he is. So I feel like I've got to go work on.
I did that intentionally. I get to do that as a father.
There you go. Yeah, so I feel like I got to go do some more studying and start writing messages. But no, I think the one thing that's really been heavy on my heart is these kids, this generation, the struggles and everything that they face, even with COVID or just the social pressure that they feel. You know, it really burdens my heart. And so our goal as a leadership team up at the youth group at Mount Olive is really just to give them an outlet to serve them, to love them, to care for them like Jesus would, help them find freedom, help them navigate their way through life. And so that's really what fuels us. That's what we're passionate about is helping those kids transition through two of the most exciting stages of life, and that's middle school and high school.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. And that's where a lot of people are really finding their identity, not only personally, but also finding their identity with Christ.
Yeah,
and so I think those are very important, impressionable years to have someone like yourself that's there with them, letting you know that, hey, you're going to fail. Hey, the Lord's still going to love you. We're going to be right here loving on you as a church. And so it helps to be able to have someone they can talk to that is not a parent, you know, that you can go to and have that relationship. And so I remember when my kids were growing up and they were involved in youth. I remember when I was involved in youth as a young person. That was back when they was just, you know, like a church of 40 where, you know, out in the country in the sticks. But anyway, that's another story for another time. But seriously, it is something that those relationships you build in middle school and high school, especially with your church family, it's something that just sticks with you. My daughter, my youngest daughter, she still keeps in contact with a lot of those people that was a part of that youth. And it's such an impressionable time on them. And so I think it's great that family is relaying that into family. So that's awesome.
And you know, it creates community, and that's important for you to be able to have somebody to do life with. And that's every stage of church, whether it be a young person or an adult. it's finding that community that you can just do life with and experience life with, and know that life is not perfect.
Sure.
You know, like you mentioned, all of us make mistakes at times, but it's important to express the love of Christ to those individuals and during those times. And I think Tucker does a great job with that in our student ministries. We've got a great volunteer staff up there, and as just like it is with me, you know, standing on shoulders of what we have built for years there is what he's going to do, and I'm looking forward to it.
Well, let's talk about it. Back to school bash, Pastor Tucker. Let's hear about it. What's going on tomorrow night for those middle school and high schoolers?
Yeah, so back to school bash, we got together as a leadership team and really wanting to kick something off in the fall semester. And so we labeled out 3 different events that are coming up in the fall. It's starting off with back to school bash, but we know that going into school, going back into that routine of getting in school can kind of be stressful. It can be a little overwhelming for kids, and so we were super blessed that our leadership team got together. They rallied around this idea of doing a back-to-school bash. The church staff rallied around. They were willing to help do whatever we could do to make it possible. We really just wanted to give not only our kids, but kids in the community an opportunity to have something to look forward to, something to get their school year started off right, something that's enjoyable, can release stress, hopefully help them form new relations that not only are inside a classroom, but outside a classroom. Like we talked about, community is super important. And so we've got several activities that we booked. We've got a mechanical bull coming out. Yeah. And
Sounds like fun.
You will not see me on that one.
I messed up.
Replacement, right?
Yeah, we'll put the senior Sears on that one. That'd be something to come watch.
I messed up when promoting that because I've been talking up a big game about how I wasn't going to fall off the mechanical bull. And so tomorrow is going to be the test of it to see if I live up to that standard.
I hope they let me control it. That's all I ask for.
Wait, what do you mean put it on fast?
Yeah. While we're here, can I ask for Thursday off to recover from
No,
the
you're not getting Thursday off.
All right. But we've got a mechanical bull coming out. We've got a rock wall. We've got a bungee run. So there's a basketball goal at the end. You're going to be strapped to a bungee thing to see who can run and dunk. And then we've got 9 square that we're setting up, cornhole. And did you ever watch the show Wipeout?
Oh, yeah.
So we've got kind of one of those things. It's called Toxic Meltdown, but there's a bar that's high, a bar that's low. You got to jump over the bar that's low and duck under the bar that's high. So we got all sorts of activities. We've got free pizza, free drinks for everybody who comes. And then we got several giant giveaways that we're doing. We really wanted to bless the students as they're going back. So we've got gift cards to fast food restaurants. I know they come out of school, they're hungry. And so we wanted, you know, they go to mom, hey, can I get Chick-fil-A or can I get Taco Bell? Now they don't have an excuse because they've got a gift card.
There you go.
We've got Apple Watch that we're giving away, some AirPods. And so we really just wanted to bless these kids as they go back to school. And we're super excited about that.
Yeah. You know, we've done this probably for some 15 years in the community. Pastor Russell started a long time ago, and so to be able to continue that. Now, we didn't take it to this level. I'm just now finding out that we got all these giveaways, so I'm thinking that's coming out of your salary. I'm just saying that right now.
Be praying.
It's going to be a great time and a great event, and we're looking forward to it. It's going to be on the church campus, 3522 Harrison Pike, and I think if you're watching by video, they're going to have a link where you can click on that and be able to find it as well.
Good deal.
Yeah.
7 o'clock, I believe, is the
7
start.
to 8:30.
Okay,
Yeah.
7
And then
to
you got
8:30.
something the next week following up with that that's...
Yeah. So the next week we wanted to do something. We know football season's kicking back off, and we're giant Tennessee fans, and so somebody was so gracious enough to donate 4 Tennessee football tickets against Austin P.
Wow.
And so they're on the 50-yard line.
With a parking pass.
With a parking
Hey,
pass.
that's worth its weight in gold right there, guys.
And so the next week we're doing what we're calling a tailgate party. So it's going to be like a traditional service. We're going to have an element of worship. We're going to have a message shared. But after it, we're going to break down the service or the sanctuary. We're going to play flag football inside the gym. We're going to, yeah. That also may not have
Probably was not a good idea for me to come, Dwayne. There's going to be a long talk on the way back.
That car ride's going to be real awkward.
Next time you need to run this by me before we get on radio and TV.
But what I'm hearing is you're coming to play quarterback next week.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
All right.
But yeah, so we're going to tear down. We're going to play flag football. We're going to have hot dogs and drinks after service. And we're giving away 4 Tennessee tickets at the end of it. And so we're super excited about that. There's 2 ways you can register for that. You show up tomorrow night. We're going to put your name in a drawing. And then next week, if you show up next week, you get a second opportunity to put your name in the drawing. So you can get up to 2 opportunities to win these 4 Tennessee tickets. We're super excited about the game. Hopefully Tennessee wins.
Oh, yeah.
Austin P,
If not, you're not allowed to give away tickets no more. I'm just saying.
We'll have to figure out what the problem was. Again, our friends are here from Mount Olive Ministries, Pastor James Sears and Pastor Tucker Sears, talking a little bit about what's going on at church, and then, of course, inviting the community to come out tomorrow night, the first of 2 events that's coming up for their back-to-school bash for middle school and high schoolers. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock on the campus of Mount Olive Ministries there. It's going to be a lot of fun, all ages, middle school, high school. You're welcome to come, whether you're a member of Mount Olive or not.
Yeah.
We want to invite the community to come out.
Yeah. And bring your friends out. It's going to be a big night, a lot of fun.
All right, so if we want to find out more, Pastor Tucker, about what goes on a regular basis with the middle schooler, high schoolers, is there a website, something we can...
Yeah, absolutely. So we're on both Facebook and Instagram. I know the younger generation's more apt to go on Instagram.
Look at me when he says that.
No, but we're on Instagram under LH2O SEM, LH2O Student Ministries, and then also Facebook, LH2O Student Ministries. You can find out all kinds of information about what we've got going on through the next couple weeks. Especially with the back-to-school bash, the tailgate party, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
What about could we get Bridget on the mechanical bull? Would that get us?
I would pay to see that.
Actually,
you know what? So Dwayne, I don't know if you know, Owen did some internship with us this summer in ministry.
Yeah.
And so Owen's kind of helped put this together. We might be able to pull some strings for that.
That'd be good.
I was actually going to say Owen's the one that pushed me into booking the mechanical bull. So he's the one that I'm gonna
He had intentions we had not known.
Yeah. So he's going to bring Bridget out tomorrow, and we're just going to see what the Lord's going to have his way. This is what we got.
One way or the other.
Well, guys, it was great to have you. And Tucker, I know your dad and all of us are very proud of you, for the position that you've stepped into now, not only middle schoolers, but high schoolers as well. Yeah. And I know you're going to do a tremendous job.
I appreciate that.
Just a tremendous place to be there at Mount Olive Ministries. Pastor James, anything else before we go?
No, just appreciate you guys and always give us an opportunity to share with our community and do what we love to do, and that's love on them through different acts of kindness. So appreciate you, Dwayne.
All right. Well, guys, again, that's coming up tomorrow night. Back to school bash for middle schoolers and high schoolers there at Mount Olive Ministries on their campus there. 7 o'clock, going to be a lot of fun. Website, once again, Pastor Tucker.
So Instagram is LH2O SEM, and then the Facebook page is LH2O Student Ministries.
There you go. Find all the details out right there. We're going to take a break, get you to the top of the hour. Fox News, local news coming up. Stay with us. We are Mix 104.1.